Shaw TV is proud to bring you exclusive coverage of the 2013 Milk Provincial 4A High School Basketball Championships. Presented by Subway, the Dairy Farmers of Manitoba, Never Stop, Milk, and the Manitoba High School Athletic Association. High school athletics, the other half of education. Live from the Investors Group Athletic Center at the University of Manitoba. Investors Group Athletic Center, usually the home of the Manitoba Bisons, but for tonight, the Manitoba High Schools Athletics Association has taken over. It's the MHSAA 4A Provincial Basketball Championships, coming to you live on Shaw TV. Hi everybody, I'm Mitchell Clinton. On my left is Missy Penner, and to my right is Greg Bouchard. We're starting things off with the girls' game, guys, and you know what? I think when you look at things, a couple of great storylines. We'll start off with Oak Park. First off, undefeated, Missy. They got that going into this game as well, but they're going up against the defending champions.
Yes, it's a rematch of last year. Oak Park currently ranked #1 in the province right now. You mentioned they're undefeated. Sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes it can add a little bit more pressure. Now, they've played 3 times against each other, and Oak Park has won those, but the last 2 times were very, very close.
Okay, and then on the other side of the ball, I mean, I mentioned the defending champions in Glenlawn, Brian Kornberger and his team. They're going to be ready to go against a team that, like Missy said, had their number this year.
Yeah, they're looking for, it's deja vu. We came in here last year. Oak Park was favored. Turned out Glenlawn plays better basketball that particular evening. And it's no different this year. Brian Kornberger, 30 years at the helm of the Glenlawn Lions. And Emily Potter, the straw that stirs the drink. And, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great game. Both 2 of the 3 games were very close games between the 2 teams. The third, I believe Emily was injured early in the game, which kind of broke some of the rhythm. So I expect a close game. And what better time to break a streak than tonight in the provincial finals for Glenlawn?
That's for sure. Emily Potter, of course, moving on to Division I basketball next year at the University of Utah. We're going to go to break. The action starts when we come back on Shaw TV.
At Shaw TV, we're proud to bring you live events, and we value your comments. Call the Shaw TV viewer response line now at 480-3500 or email us at shawtvwinnipeg@shaw.ca and let us know how we're doing. You can also visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/ShawTVWinnipeg.
Shaw TV is proud to bring you exclusive coverage of the 2013 Milk Provincial 4A High School Basketball Championships. Presented by Subway, the Dairy Farmers of Manitoba, Never Stop, Milk, and the Manitoba High School Athletic Association. High school athletics, the other half of education. Live from the Investors Group Athletic Center at the University of Manitoba.
We'd like to welcome everyone to the University of Manitoba, where we have the Girls Provincial Championship basketball game. Before any action and before the tip-off, we're going to throw live to the public address announcer, Severin Wycheck, for the introduction of both teams.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Girls Championship Final of the 2013 Milk Quad A High School Basketball Championships. At this time, we would like to welcome the competing teams in this championship game. Please help me welcome the home team, the Oak Park Raiders, and the visitors, the Glenlawn Lions. We would now ask that both teams please line up, and everyone please stand, remove your hats for the singing of O Canada. O Canada is being performed by Micah Parayawan.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy son's command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From right. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Micah. The visitors on the scoreboard, the Glenlawn Lions, advanced to the finals by defeating the Fort Richmond Centurions and Miles MacDonnell Buckeyes. Now let's meet the Lions team members. Team members for the Lions: number 5, Kennedy Chaudry. Number 6, Miranda Isaacs. Number 8, Presley Cross. Number 14, Miranda Unruh. Number 24, Laura Chen. Number 42, Jesse Harlan. Starting lineup for the Lions: number 7, Teva Pathamavong. Number 40, Emily Potter. Number 12, Laura McManus. Number 15, Jasmine Ibrahim. And number 50, Sarah Ibrahim. Head coach for the Lions, Brian Kornberger. The home team on the scoreboard is the Oak Park Raiders. They advanced to the finals by defeating the Garden City Gophers and the Sisler Spartans. Now let's meet the Raiders team members. Number 1, Kaylee Handubura. Number 2, Serena Bevaglakwa. Number 3, Danielle Hanlon. Number 5, Emma Chase. Number 7, Megan Masterton. Number 8, Erica Nixon. Number 11, Lexi Johansson. Number 12, Peyton Gomes. Number 14, Sean Pallister. The starting lineup for the Oak Park Raiders: number 4, Jenny Lynn Monton. Number 6, Emma Red. Number 9, Jordan Tully. Number 10, Carrie Lynn McLennan. And number 13, Colleen Moyer. Head coach for the Raiders, Murray Brown. Assistant coaches, Holly Kitchen, Alyssa Grant, June Monton, and manager, Sammy Gauthier. The referees for tonight's game are Dan Kinishuk, Jamie Bernard, and Evan Victoric. Good luck, ladies.
Well, there we have the introduction of both teams. Greg, we've got number 1 and 2 ranked in the province, and we've also got the number 1 and 2 players ranked in the top 10.
Yeah, you've got size against speed. Jenny Lynn is the speed, Emily's the size. So you've got some tremendous talent on the floor tonight. As I said, undefeated in the intro. Hopefully that's not the kiss of death. We're looking forward to a good game.
Absolutely, and these two teams have played very hard. As we mentioned in the opening, they've played 3 times already, and that ball already lost off Emily Potter and out of bounds, Oak Park ball. But we've talked about how their games have been very, very close, and this one being a provincial final and a rematch of last year's final.
Yeah, and last year Oak Park came in favored, and Glenlawn played a superb game, and I think Glenlawn's looking to do the same thing this year.
We've got Sarah Ibrahim with the ball right now, one of the guards for Glenlawn. Gets it off to McManus. We've got 2 Ibrahims on the floor right now, and the one takes the shot there. That's Jasmine. Rebound by Oak Park. Jenny Lynn Monton, number 2 player in the province, played on the varsity team since grade 9. And the first basket is hit by number 13, Colleen Moyer.
Don't let Oak Park size fool you. They can run up and down with the best of them, and it's Jenny Lynn that gets it going. So expect a lot of movement that way.
Monton coming down with the basket. As you recall, she overcame a very serious knee injury, tore her ACL. I can't remember if that was grade 9 or 10, but evidently is well over that injury now.
Yeah, it was in her grade 10 year.
Grade 10 year.
And Coach Brown was talking about how important it was that she came back, and she did come back, especially in her grade 12 year, extremely fired up to do well.
Absolutely. Ibrahim with the ball right now. She goes up. Monton coming down with the ball, dribbling out of that, and almost lost the handle there.
A little bit of first quarter jitters. Both teams have to settle down and get themselves into their flow of basketball.
Monton with the outside shot, hits the front rim. Coming down with it is Sarah Ibrahim. She dribbles through that. A little bit of pressure being put on by Oak Park, but sagging off a fair bit as well. Ibrahim goes up. Looked like she was a little bit off balance, and Monton coming down with the ball once again for Oak Park. Dishes that ball ahead to number 9, Tully. McManus gets the ball to Masterson. And a basket there by the Glenlawn Lions. Were tied up at 2. And that was Ridd going for that shot, a little bit off balance, but there is a foul on the play, and that's going to put the Oak Park player to the line.
Something that Oak Park probably doesn't have to deal with a lot because of their size is going up against another big player, and Emily can certainly distract you from the shots you're looking for. Unfortunately, she went for the block or disruption of the shot, ended up well out of bounds, not being of much use on the defensive glass. So.
I've noticed, especially compared to last year, is just how really Emily Potter has elevated her game. Like, she's just playing far more steady and has really improved her game.
Well, she's being looked at from the national team's perspective, so that's going to create a little bit of confidence in you as an athlete, and you just hope that spills over into your final year, graduation year. There's a lot of jitters going on right now, Missy. This isn't a very well-played first 2.5 minutes or so.
And getting back to Potter at 6'5", that's quite a presence on the basketball court. And there we see a nice basket by number 10, Carrie Lynn McClellan, the number 3 ranked player in the province. McManus dishes it ahead to Potter. Potter goes up. Doesn't convert. McManus comes down with it. Glenlawn looking to set up the offense again. Ibrahim with the ball. Gets it into Potter. Potter takes a look, takes that outside shot just a little bit short, and coming down with it is Tully. Monton gets it to McClellan, who had a very good semifinal the other night.
Yeah, really shot the ball well, and there's so many weapons that Oak Park can go to. If somebody's not having a good game, there's like 2 or 3 other girls that can really play.
Yeah. McManus with that shot, but a nice pass there by Potter.
Well, Emily knows she's going to attract a lot of attention, and girls just have to get themselves open, and they have to make shots. Plain and simple, they have to make shots. Well, I can see Coach Kornberger's getting into the game. The jacket is off, ladies and gentlemen. He means business now.
And he did ask me to defend him when you commented on his short sleeves. So he's just ready for action, and he's getting into it like most coaches do. And you also talked in the opening about the length of time that actually Kornberger as well as Murray Brown have coached.
They're probably the 2 most senior coaches at the varsity level, and it's no wonder that their teams are playing for provincial championships almost every year since they've gotten to about year 20 and on.
Outside shot there taken by Tully. A little bit short. Glenlawn coming down with the ball. We're tied at 6 apiece here in the opening quarter here of the girls' championship game. Live at the University of Manitoba, and Potter is good from the top of the key.
I tell you, if she makes that shot all night, it's going to be a very difficult time for Oak Park to stop that. Glenlawn falls back into a 2-3 zone.
McClellan with the shot, goes off the rim and out. Great look, great shot, just didn't drop in. Potter tries to get it to McManus. McManus, very smart play, was a little bit off balance, played it off the Oak Park leg and out of bounds.
Subs checking in for the Lions, checking in for Glenlawn.
Into the game right now is number 5, Kennedy Chaudry. Abraham gets fouled on the play. I believe that foul was against number 9, Jordan Tully. They get it inside to Potter. Potter takes a look, just a little bit short on that. Coming down with the board was Moyer. Monton with the ball for Oak Park, dishes it inside to Ridd. Outside shot by Tully. Good attempt to keep that ball in play by Carrie Lynn McClellan. Unfortunately, she was out of bounds. Glenlawn ball.
A little pressure up floor by Oak Park. Looks like there's some token man pressure.
McManus gets it into Abraham. She takes the outside shot, short off the front rim. Monton with the ball. And she looks to drive, doesn't drop in for her, but another great look. That's where Monton will take the outside shot, but she's not afraid of driving. Abraham gets it to her sister. And we've got another foul being called on the play.
Substitutions for the Lions once again. Checking in is number 42, Jesse Harland, in for number 15.
Into the game is Jesse Harland. McManus looks to keep that ball. Looked like she was almost knocked out of bounds, and she stepped on the line and was called out of bounds.
Yeah, veteran referee Dan Kinischuk there to make the call. A very well-respected official in the high school game. A seasoned veteran of officiating, and he comes from a good background, being a player, understands the game from a player's perspective, and for the most part allows the kids to play.
Especially in a game like this, I think that's very important. All 3 of these officials have done a ton of games, and I've watched them over the season, and they've done a really good job officiating the high school game. Great outside shot by McClellan. We talked about her in the semifinal having an outstanding game. Abraham. Ball is stolen by Ridd. Some pressure being put on by Glenlawn. And we've got a foul being called against number 42, Jesse Harland. Looking to drive right there was Tully, and she's fouled on the play. That'll put her at the line for 2.
I think they caught Glenlawn sleeping a little bit. Nobody aware of where 9 was on the floor, and real heads-up play by the inbounder. Coach Berger takes a timeout at this time. Brian doesn't like what he sees, so let's talk about it.
Timeout. Let's see if we can listen in to the Glenlawn timeout.
This time we'd like to thank our title presenter, the Dairy Farmers of Manitoba, and our partners,
Good job, Jeff.
Manitoba's great.
Now listen, if they drive Kennedy to the middle, you've got to stop that middle drive. Carey just took the drive middle and shot and scored. Any drive to the middle, our 2 has to stop him in here. You know what I'm saying? Now, the key is defensive break. What's happening is you've got to run right away and the producer shot and the rebound. Don't sit around and try to do something down here. Just run like that. And everybody gets back into the paint. Everybody runs back to our key so it's safe. And then we'll from there. We're taking away the baseline. Kennedy will take away the middle if they drive in there, and everything's looking good.
Let's go.
All right.
Keep it up.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Team.
One thing you notice about Brian when he runs a timeout, it's very well thought out. The communication skills that both coaches have with their teams, it's so good at this level. Very clear on what he wants to see his team do. He's not upset with them by any means, but he certainly wants to keep them focused on their game plan.
And at this point, in an atmosphere like this, sometimes it's actually very difficult during the game to hear your coaches. So part of it is, in those timeouts, is exactly that, keeping your team focused on what you need to do, give them a few points to really help keep that game plan and that focus in check. Right now we've got Abraham with the ball for Glenlawn, dishes it into Potter. Potter looks to go up and plays it off the backboard. I think you're going to see a lot of the offense on the Glenlawn side going to Potter.
And defensively, if you listen to Brian's timeout, he talked about taking away the baseline, forcing in the baseline. Anything that goes in the middle is Emily's. So she's basically the funnel. If for lack of a better word, they're going to try and funnel anything to the middle to Emily, because she's going to alter shots. She doesn't necessarily have to block them.
They're triple teaming her once the ball gets into her and inside the key there. So a lot of pressure, but that should leave some shooters open on the Glenlawn side. Monton with the ball right now. 10-8 is our score. 2:46 left in the opening quarter of this girls' provincial high school game. Monton dishes it off to Carrie Lynn McClellan, who plays it off Potter and out of bounds.
So if you want to put this into a perspective, it's like the center fielder. Emily's the center fielder. She goes and gets whatever she wants in the middle of the key, and again, altering shots is probably her main skill.
We've got number 11 into the game for Glenlawn. Unfortunately, we don't have her on our roster. We don't have a name, so give us a little bit of time. We'll see if we can find out. Monton with the ball. 12-8 is our score. Just over 2 minutes left in the girls' championship game here live at the University of Manitoba. Oak Park with the ball right now. Tully taking a look. Rid with the outside shot. Goes up, doesn't drop in. Coming down with the board is Potter at 6'5". Pressure being put on by Monton, but she creates a foul against Potter. There's foul going against Monton.
And that's her second of the quarter. That's an important foul with 1:52 left in the quarter. Your main offensive catalyst might have to come off the floor before Coach Brown really wants her off the floor.
And this is where, from this point on, she's going to have to stay very composed and play with a lot of discipline, because they certainly cannot afford to have her not on the floor. And there we had a drive in and out by McManus. She was robbed on that play. Monton with the ball, looking to drive. Dishes it off to Tully, loses the handle. And the ball goes out of bounds. McManus knocking that ball out of bounds. Good defense by Glenlawn.
This will be an important stretch for Oak Park. With Emily sitting on the bench, they can make some hay, so to speak.
Monton with the outside shot, and she drains the three. Abraham with the ball, dishes it off to number 11 again. We'll try and find out that player's name. Ball goes out of bounds off Oak Park. 6 seconds on the shot clock, of just over a minute. Back into the game is Potter. She takes out McManus. You might remember Laura McManus from Provincial volleyball.
That was a very short rest for Miss Potter. Coach Kornberger didn't like what he was seeing out there.
Glenlawn with the ball, gets it inside to Potter. She turns around, goes off the rim. Coming down with that is McClellan. Oak Park with the ball. Monton takes that outside shot. Doesn't drop. drop in. Players fighting for that ball. Potter diving to keep that ball alive, but is out of bounds.
That's great hustle on Emily's part. The leader on that team is going to bloody her knees if she has to try and win this provincial championship.
And that's definitely the effort that you do want to see out there. Into the game is Teva Pathamavong. Abraham with the ball. Passes it off to Abraham. Pathamavong with the ball, gets it inside to Potter. They double team her immediately. Good defense by Oak Park. They get a lead pass to McClellan. She goes up and puts it in for two. They take the lead. 13-12, 20 seconds left. Will Glenlawn take this last shot to end the first quarter and regain the lead? Potter off the glass, doesn't go in. Coming down with it is McClellan. There are 3 seconds. Will Monton, it looked like she lost the handle there a little bit. And that is the end of the first quarter. So, pretty much what we expected here. A very close final, 1 point difference, 13-12 for Oak Park. But Oak Park just took the lead with that last basket.
Yeah, and I think what Coach Brown's got to really be happy about is transition basketball. If they can get into that transition game, Glenlawn's going to have a tough time staying with them. But when they play half court, Glenlawn's got a real good chance defensively.
Right, well, don't go anywhere. We're almost ready for the second quarter action. But before that, we are going to go courtside where Mitch is waiting with an interview.
All right, thanks, Missy. Yes, I'm here with Irene Nordheim. She is the principal over at Glenlawn. And Irene, is this getting a little bit boring? I mean, defending champions, now you're back in the provincial championship all over again.
How can anything this level of basketball be boring? This is more exciting every year. I really love coming up against Oak Park, classy team, and their coach does such a good job with them. So we're really happy to be here.
And speaking of quality basketball, I mean, you can't talk about Glenlawn basketball without talking about the name Emily Potter. I mean, it's great that she's going to play Division I basketball, but she's also been kind of a great face, one of the great faces for your school as well throughout all of it.
She's a great ambassador for our school, great leader, took roles in Spirit Week like you wouldn't believe. She's just an all-around great person, and we just wish her all the best, but we're hanging on and enjoying every second that we have her.
Absolutely. That's Irene from Glenlawn Collegiate. We're going to take a quick break, come back for the second quarter between Oak Park and Glenlawn. We'll be right back on Shaw TV. Shaw TV is proud to bring you exclusive coverage of the 2013 Milk Provincial 4A High School Basketball Championships. Presented by Subway, the Dairy Farmers of Manitoba, Never Stop, Milk, and the Manitoba High School Athletic Association. High school athletics, the other half of education. Live from the Investors Group Athletic Center at the University of Manitoba.
Well, the stands are starting to fill up here. There we see some of the Glenlawn Lion cheerleaders, most of which are parents.
Both schools are well represented here with great support. Back to basketball action.
Tully with the ball, gets it out to Kaylee Hondabura with the outside shot and drains it. A good start for Oak Park. Ibrahim with the ball right now for Glenlawn. She looks to drive, and she does, but it goes a little short, but right in perfect position, of course, is none other than Emily Potter. Monton. Tully gets knocked away, but Monton keeps that ball alive. Gets it into McClellan with the jump shot and drains it. Oak Park really coming out hot here in the second quarter.
But that was one of the first shots with Emily right there in her face that Oak Park really took a confident shot.
And there we just had a back over violation. We saw the Glenlawn player cross center, but then step back with her back foot. 18-14 is our score. Oak Park to inbound the ball. They get it into Monton. Monton right at center looks to get that offense going again. Johansson is also in. McClellan with another outside shot, and that's exactly what we saw in the semifinal. A great shooter.
Yeah, lots of confidence in her shot, and she'll be looked upon to to carry a bit of the weight for Oak Park.
Well, what I notice is just the balance and the strength that she goes up and takes that shot. That's something you don't frequently see.
Yeah, girls basketball, she pulls up on a dime, and very strong athlete.
Absolutely. Abraham with the ball right now. 2014 is our score in favor of Oak Park. Abraham taking a look. Gets it to Kathamavong. Abraham with the shot. That was Jasmine Abraham.
That was a good offensive possession for Glenlawn, well executed, and ending up with a 3 or 4 footer for a basket.
We've got another timeout being called on the floor. Our score is 2016 in favor of Oak Park. Let's see if we can listen in to one of the timeouts.
As well as our partners, Wilson, MTS, Manitoba Securities, Boston Pizza, Sport Manitoba, Subway, River Rock, Manitoba Hydro, and Never Stop Milk.
Everything needed at that time, okay? Just settle down. Yeah, they will. Hey, Potter's going to come out and challenge that shot. Right? So you got to drop off the high post. Let's go, guys. Hey, let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to hear much of that timeout.
Inbounding the ball right now is McClellan. She gets it into Monton. Monton looking to drive, dishes it off to Johansson. Honda also had a very good game the other night. So look for her to do some scoring. That ball just not dropping in for Oak Park. Potter coming down with the rebound for Glenlawn. Kathamavong. Abraham coming down with a huge board, gets it back to Potter. Potter takes a look. Abraham from the outside, a little long, but Sarah comes down with the rebound for Glenlawn. Shaderi gets it into Potter. Potter looking to drive. It doesn't drop in. So the ball's just not dropping in right now for Glenlawn. McClellan coming down with the ball for Oak Park, and she looks to go coast to coast. Is blocked on the play by Potter, but Potter is called on the foul.
Well, that's a really good take to the hoop by McLennan. She's definitely telling people that she's not worried about who she's playing against. She's got a lot of confidence going to the hoop.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can see that last play. There's McClellan looking to drive here. We'll see if we can. She gets a little piece of the arm there coming from the side.
She got a little bit of everything on that.
I'll tell you, you have to be somewhat confident to go to the hoop when you've got Potter in front of you. And McClellan is good for 2 at the line. 22-16. Abraham with the ball right now. Glenlawn looking to set up their offense. They go right to Potter. Potter does a nice turnaround, tries kissing it off the glass, doesn't drop in. McClellan. And she goes up strong, doesn't drop in, but coming down with that was Nixon. Gets the rebound and goes up for 2. I believe that's Stu Nixon's daughter, who's a teacher and the football coach at Oak Park.
Yes, he is.
Potter looks to drive. She goes up and drains it and is fouled on the play. McManus back into the game. At the line right now is your #1 player in the province. That's Emily Potter. made the basket, will be shooting one. And she makes it. 24-19 is our score. Monton with the ball.
That's a pretty confident stroke from the free throw line for 6'5".
Monton with a nice shot. Very good step around there. Potter coming down with the board.
I don't know if I would have done a step around from the three myself, but
McManus puts it ahead for Potter. Potter goes up for two. Nice move to the left by Emily Potter. Nice pass to Nixon by Monton. And that's exactly why she's the point guard.
yeah. And Glenlawn was caught not looking at the basketball, watching it come up the floor, and they just passed it right through two defenders. Now they're just trying, oh, that's not a good foul.
Yeah, I think Potter was trying to go for that pass and accidentally bumped into, but showing some good sportsmanship of helping the Oak Park player up.
But from a foul perspective, you've got Monton with two, and now Emily Potter has 2 fouls. I would think that 2 fouls on Emily is a heck of a lot more important for Coach Kornberger than it is for Coach Brown having 2 on Monton.
We've got a timeout being called on the floor. Let's see if we can listen in to the Glenlawn timeout.
Stop that. Sag off them a bit so we can stop that penetration. And we need you on the offensive board. If you take outside shots, we don't get you on the board. Face up and see if you can drive on these guys. Defensive break. Defensive break. You sprint back into the paint. As you're crossing center and running back, look so you can see the ball coming. Then when you get to the paint, you have to pick up people down there. You're sneaking behind us, you're getting easy baskets. Kenny knows you're not looking. So everybody down there, pick up the people in the key. Okay. Guys, let's get that Emily on the move. Let's go. Start dropping in corners. Let's go,
Coach Kornberger made it very clear in the timeout about defending the break, and that's girls see the basketball as it's coming up the floor.
We also saw, I think, some of the Oak Park Raider football players who came with their chests all painted. I noticed there was an eye in there, and I thought, gee, Oak Park doesn't have an eye. Thought they were spelling things wrong, but then I realized it's the Raiders. McClellan with the ball right now. Gets it to Monton. Monton looking to drive, dishes it off, but the ball is stolen. And Jasmine Ibrahim gets called on a carried ball.
Definitely a tough turnover. Really good defensive sequence for Glenlawn. Off the dish, they fed, they read the pass into the middle, picked it off, but unfortunately a turnover gives the ball right back to Oak Park.
Nixon under the basket, doesn't put it in. Coming down with it is McClellan. Tough board there. Tully takes a look, dribbles around, gets it to Monton, quickly to Nixon with the outside shot, and she's good for 2.
That's, I believe, 6 points for Nixon off the bench, and Coach Brown might not have been thinking he'd get that kind of performance out of her.
This is exactly where you want players to step up and leave it all on the floor. The provincial championship game. Right now, our score is 28-21 in favor of Oak Park. McManus with the outside shot. Potter was right there for the rebound, doesn't drop in, comes down with it again. Again, it goes off the glass and out. She takes another shot and it doesn't go in, but once again, she is with the ball. The foul is going to be called before the basket was made.
That's determination. She had 3 attempts there on the offensive glass. I think she's got to relax a little bit because I think she's rushing a few of her shots.
Get the ball into McManus, back to Abraham. Gets it into Potter, turn around, and it doesn't go in again. Monton for Oak Park gets it inside to McClellan, who makes no mistake on that one.
Monton was planning that out as she was coming over center.
Yeah.
She saw her teammate crossing underneath the basket and knew she could go across the grain for that pass. Beautiful look.
Oh, and there was a nice pass by Abraham into McManus. Tully. McClellan with the outside shot. She is money.
She's come to play tonight. There is absolutely no doubt. Looks like we got an elbow in the nose to McManus.
Referees are just double checking, make sure that she's okay. Coming into the game, however, is Jessie Harlan. She'll replace McManus, make sure that she is okay. Abraham couldn't inbound the ball within the time limit that she had. So that is a turnover for Glenlawn. Inbounding the ball now is Monton for Oak Park. She gets it right to Tully with the outside shot, and it drops in. So Oak Park really shooting well in this second quarter.
Yeah, they've come, they've settled down. They're getting the looks they want, and they're not, I'll tell you, McClellan right now is not intimidated at all by Emily Potter inside.
That was a great rebound by Sarah Abraham. And we've got another foul being called against Oak Park. And this one's going to go against 14. And I'm sure Monton was quite nervous there.
There was a 4 there, but there was also a 10.
And she was in on that play as well. So
Sean Pallister, the daughter of the current leader of the Progressive Conservative Party, Brian Pallister, and mother Esther Pallister.
Right now the ball just not dropping in. Glenlawn's getting a lot of good looks. They're taking a lot of good shots. It's just rolling off the rim and out of bounds. And sometimes that happens. You just go cold. But I wouldn't expect that to last throughout the entire final here. Monton with the outside shot. Off the rim. Coming down with it is Abraham. With the ball right now is Chaudhry. She's taking a look, gets it inside to Potter. They're double teaming her right away. Coming down with it now is McClellan. It's stolen. She looks to drive, but is fouled on the play. This foul is going to go against Kennedy Chaudhry. Inbounding
Raiders.
the ball. All those football players came to this side to challenge the Glenlawn Lion spectators, but they're slowly making their way back, and we've got a foul being called on the play. That one was called against Nixon. They inbound the ball to Potter. Potter gets it up to McManus. 2:39 left in the second quarter here of the girls' championship game. Our score is 34-23 in favor of Oak Park, who has been shooting very well in the second quarter. Glenlawn going a little bit cold, but look for them to get some shots here. Potter looking to drive, puts the ball out of bounds off the Oak Park player.
Really good defense by Pallister on that play, not giving up the baseline easily to Emily, and fortunately for Glenlawn, they got the ball right back.
And that shot goes off the rim. Potter right there. She puts it up. It doesn't drop in. Abraham coming down with the ball. Gets it to McManus with the outside shot. Looked like Monton might have got a piece of that. Tully takes a look. Big lead pass. And McClellan's there. Goes off the rim. McManus with a huge board for Glenlawn. Bit of pressure being put on now by Tully and the Oak Park Raiders. Sarah Abraham. Chaudhry gets it to Jasmine Abraham. She looks to drive. Doesn't drop in for Monton with the ball. Just over a minute and a half left in this first half, the second quarter. Tully with the outside shot. Doesn't drop in. Glenlawn ball.
Right now in the movement in the front court offense by Oak Park, they're getting a lot of open looks. And if that continues for the rest of the game, I do believe Glenlawn could be in trouble if they're going to keep giving them all those types of looks.
Well, we've got another timeout being called on the floor. Let's see if we can listen in to Murray Brown in the Oak Park timeout.
Let's not break down defensively, right? Understand, okay, understand when we go back out, right? I want you taking 50, all right? I want you taking 50. Yeah, force your left. You got 15, right? You got 12, you got 40, and you got whoever the other one is, okay? Hey, let's just make sure, right, that when we're out there, stay true to our principles. We want to push them left, right? But we're getting sloppy on the boards, right? We're giving them second chances because when the shot's going up, we're just turning and going to the board. We're not hitting them. We got to hit them first, right? Get a body on them, then go get the board. Be committed. Be committed to it. Offensively, we're in 1-3-1. We're in 1-3-1, right? Okay, you're on the baseline.
Expect pressure. I don't know if you said it, but expect pressure. Get set up in the press break, right? 1 and 2, and secure the 4.
Let's go, guys. Hey, step up pressure on them here. 3, 2, 1.
Raiders!
I think that was just a timeout just to reinforce the defensive principles that Oak Park wants to employ tonight. Put bodies on people, make them drive left.
And here we've got a very quick foul being called against Nixon as well. So that puts Glenlawn in the penalty and puts him at the foul line, shooting 2. And Kennedy Chaudry is good on the very first shot. So it's a 10-point deficit for her team right now, looking to cut this down. See if they can get it into single digits. She misses on that one. McClellan comes down with the board.
But a good block out by McClellan. She definitely heard what Coach Brown was looking for coming out of that timeout.
Johansson. Oh, and there we get a nice shot again by McClellan. She's fouled on the play. That'll put her at the line shooting 2.
Here's a really good time for Oak Park right now. They've got Monton on the bench with 2 fouls with a minute to go, but you got a 10-point lead. You can afford to rest her for the balance of the quarter.
McClellan is good on the first one again, just showing a lot of poise and control on that shot.
She's an extremely confident young woman shooting the basketball.
And good on the second one. We've got a 12-point lead here with just a minute left in the second quarter. McManus gets a ball to Sarah Abraham. Gets it into Chaudry. Ball stolen by Tully. Nixon with the outside shot. Potter coming down with a big board. 34 seconds. It looked like Abraham looked to take that shot. She got blocked. Potter goes, takes the shot. Players fighting for that ball. Oak Park comes down with it. 17 seconds. Tully dishes it off to Nixon. Ball goes out of bounds off Oak Park. 10 seconds left in the second quarter here of this girls' championship game here live at the University of Manitoba. Potter gets the ball, gives it right back to Abraham. Glenlawn looking to get a much-needed basket to end this quarter. She looks to drive, goes up, and drains it. Great drive by Sarah Abraham.
Well, that is something that Coach Brian Kornberger is probably pretty pleased with. This could have easily been 38-24, a 14-point lead. Instead, a rushed possession with only 10 seconds left in the quarter give the ball back to Glenlawn and give Abraham lots of credit. Took the ball the length of the floor and scored. So it's a 10-point game, and I think if you ask Mr. Kornberger, you know, if you want a 10-point cushion or down 10, would you take it? I think he'll take it, because I don't think he'll say his girls played very well in the first half.
No, for sure, and as close as that was, and it is only a 10-point deficit, as cold as Glenlawn was shooting, they're still in this one.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's lots of basketball to play, and I think Coach Kornberger and Coach Brown will have good talks with their players, and I'm looking forward to the second half. I think it's going to be a good one.
I think it's going to go down to the wire, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a short break.
At Shaw TV, we're proud to bring you live events, and we value your comments. Call the Shaw TV viewer response line now at 480-3500 or email us at shawtvwinnipeg@shaw.ca and let us know how we're doing. You can also visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/Shaw TV Winnipeg.
Welcome back to Investors Group Athletics Center, and I'm joined now by Jerry Ilchena, who is going into the Manitoba High School Sports Hall of Fame. And I guess, Jerry, I mean, when you found out about your induction, what was kind of going through your mind?
Overwhelmed. I just couldn't believe it. I figured, what an honor. Just, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the coaching, and I didn't expect to be rewarded in this manner too. I mean, the reward was coaching. The friends I've made, and parents, and the kids. I still have friends from back in the '60s. So coaching was really rewarding and enriched my life. And this is just an added plus. I can't believe it. Yeah.
For sure. And you're a longtime coach at Dakota. And what kind of memories stick out for you over those years that you were coaching?
Well, when I first started coaching volleyball back in the '60s, the guys were I was almost the same age as the guys, so we had a lot of fun. We bonded, and I still maintain friends. So those are sort of the highlights, and just everything in general. I mean, it was a rich, rewarding experience for me, and I'm really grateful that I've had the opportunity to coach. Yeah.
And what were your thoughts on the first half that we've seen here?
Oh, I know Emily has missed a lot of shots, and I hope she's not too frustrated because she's taking good shots, they're just not quite going in. And when they do, it's going to be a close, really exciting game. The kind I like to watch.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks for this, Jerry.
Thanks.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Lots more to come on the halftime show here from Investors Group Athletics Center. You're watching the Milk 4A MHSAA Basketball Provincial Championships live on Shaw TV.
Only in Western Canada, the new Western Max. Weekly draws every Friday. Visit a local lottery retailer for more information.
Improve the world and win $10,000. Hebrew University is searching for the next Einstein. If you have an idea to improve the world, tell us at searchingforeinstein.com and win $10,000. All ideas are important. Searching for the next Einstein. Searchingforeinstein.com. Make Einstein proud.
All-Star Collision and Glass. Visit us at allstarcollision.ca.
Shaw TV is proud to bring you exclusive coverage of the 2013 Milk Provincial 4A High School Basketball Championships. Presented by Subway, the Dairy Farmers of Manitoba, Never Stop, Milk, and the Manitoba High School Athletic Association. High school athletics, the other half of education. Live from the Investors Group Athletic Center at the University of Manitoba. Back at Investors Group Athletic Center, where Oak Park leads Glenlawn 36-26 after the first half. And joining me now is Greg Jarvis from the Manitoba High School Athletic Association. And Greg, I mean, we have had a lot of snow here in Winnipeg and the surrounding area today, but the crowd just as loud as usual.
Yeah, no, it's another great atmosphere. We can't be happier with the turnout we got tonight on, these kind of frigid conditions here, but it's been a great crowd. They're loud. You got both sides being very proud of their schools and out here to support them tonight. So
we got a little bit of a mini game going on behind us, so that's why you still hear the crowd going on even though we're at halftime. And Greg, the Manitoba High School Athletic Association has had a busy time. I mean, this isn't the only provincial championship going on. You guys had hockey last weekend, and then not to mention the other number of sports throughout the year, but it's got to be pretty rewarding when it gets to the end of it. Yeah, no, it's definitely our kind of little version of March Madness right now with the 2 hockey provincials we had, and we also had another 8 basketball championships that have gone on in the last 2 weekends. A lot of great games have been played over a 2-week span here, and it's a very exciting culmination here tonight with the 2 finals with the 4A championships. So. And of course, we talk about it a lot, but we can't overstate it, just how important the athletic side of things is to the education for these athletes. I mean, you think of a girl like Emily Potter, who's going to be taking what she learned at the high school basketball level here and applying it at a Division I school in the States. Yeah, no, it's there's so many other characteristics that they learn playing on the basketball, integrity with the game, rules, things like that, the commitment levels that come with it. It's just it's an overall very positive experience, and it's like we say, our motto, the other half of education, is very important to us, that all those things are taken into consideration with these student athletes, the work they put in not only on the court but away in the classroom as well. So. Definitely. That's Greg Jarvis from the Manitoba High Schools Athletic Association. We're going to go to break. Once again, the score, Oak Park leading 36-26. You're watching the Milk 4A MHSAA High School Basketball Provincial Championships on Shaw TV. Shaw TV is proud to bring you exclusive coverage of the 2013 Milk Provincial 4A High School Basketball Championships. Presented by Subway, the Dairy Farmers of Manitoba, Never Stop, Milk, and the Manitoba High School Athletic Association. High school athletics, the other half of education. Live from the Investors Group Athletic Center at the University of Manitoba. Back at Investors Group Athletic Center, Murray Brown, the head coach of the Oak Park Raiders, joins me now. And Murray, I guess after a little bit of nerves in that first quarter, your team really came out shooting in the second quarter.
Yeah, it was nice. We hit a few shots, but we know Glenlawn's not going to go away, and so we got to keep going at them as hard as we can. It's tough to get quality looks inside, so we're going to have to hit the shot along the baseline, have to hit the shot from the foul line.
Still a couple of quarters to go here, but I mean, you're inching ever so close to that undefeated season. How much do you really talk to your players about that, or are you the type of coach that you kind of keep it in the background and take care of what's in front of you?
You know what? Honestly, we haven't spoken of it as a group. Everybody knows it's there. The kids know it's there, but we've always tried to focus them on the task at hand, not at the entire season, just one game at a time. And the kids have been really good about that. Now we got 20 minutes. We got to focus on that for 20 minutes.
Good luck.
Thanks very much.
Up to Missy and Greg, guys.
Thank you very much, Mitch. And some very good points by Coach Brown. You definitely don't want to add any more pressure than need be, because this game in itself can be a lot of pressure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Provincial final, just the thought of playing in front of probably the biggest crowd these athletes are going to play in front of all season, and it just happens to be the biggest game of the season. And Coach Brown is totally correct. Like, don't focus on the entire season. Right now, it's just tonight.
Right.
Let's worry about tonight.
Yeah. And Oak Park got to be pleased in the position they're in right now, but waiting courtside right now is the other coach. They'll throw down courtside.
All right, thanks, Missy. Yes, I'm here with Brian Kornberger. And Brian, what was the message to your team? I mean, you're only down 10, and this is basketball, and you've got a very high-powered team. Obviously, it's not out of reach by any stretch of the imagination, but what was the message to your team at the
Yeah, we're in top, but we still got a chance. We have to stop their fast break, and we have to challenge them more in rebounds, and we have to check the baseline. We have to get on the corner shooters, and we have to make sure we get a hand in the face of everybody that tries a shot. And you know what? We're going to try to do that. So keep the faith.
There you go. I like that, Brian. Are you seeing anything different from them than the previous times you played them this year?
I think Oak Park is terrific, and they have a fine team. That's what I think.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, you guys.
Back up to Missy and Greg.
Thank you very much, Mitchell. Some very good comments by Brian. We've talked about that as well, what they need to do, and they sometimes lose kind of the Oak Park player that gets caught under the basket. So they've got to be very aware of where the players are and just not focus on the ball that's coming up the court, but where are the rest of the team.
Well, the one thing that Brian does, and probably better than any coach that I've ever watched, I've never had the pleasure of coaching against Murray or Brian because I coached men's basketball, but I've never met a more pleasant gentleman.
Yes.
And I use that word in all sincerity. Brian is the ultimate gentleman when it comes to the game. He's giving all sorts of respect to the team he's playing, but he doesn't fear them. He's going to get after them. And he was very clear. There was about 5 or 6 things that his team has to do better this half. And I'm sure that they got the message at halftime.
Absolutely. And a longtime coach, very well-respected coach. At halftime, we also had the pleasure of watching the 9-year-old boys team from Winnaquah and Linden Woods. So those teams did very, very well at halftime. It's always a pleasure watching the young up-and-coming players take to the court. And I'm sure for them playing on a stage like this, and they're probably not even used to the baskets being as high as they are. So it was quite exciting watching those teams play today.
It was quite humorous watching them catch the ball into the basket, and they looked up and went, holy smokes, that's a long way up there.
Absolutely. So we're almost ready to start the second half, the third quarter of this girls' championship game here between the #1 ranked Oak Park Raiders facing an undefeated season up against the #2 ranked Glenlawn Lions.
And it'll be Glenlawn's ball. Sorry to interrupt,
No
Missy,
problem.
but it'll be Glenlawn's ball to start. So we talked about with 10 seconds left in the half, Oak Park could have held it and gone up 14. Instead, they turn it over. Glenlawn comes down, scores to make it a 10-point lead. Now, with the first possession, they could cut it to 8.
Right. McManus with the ball, takes a look, gets it inside to Abraham. She takes that outside shot, doesn't go in, but comes down with her own rebound. She looks to drive, and a jump ball is being called on the play. I like that call.
I'll tell you, my player of the game so far is Miss McLennan for Oak Park. She has absolutely stepped up her game. And not that she didn't have a game, but boy, she's really come out firing for her Oak Park Raiders.
Tully with the ball right now for Oak Park. Gets it on the outside for Monton, goes off the rim. McManus coming down with the ball for Glenlawn, gets it out to Potter.
How do you like that? Give it to your 6'5" girl and let her bring it up the floor. That's confidence.
Abraham with the shot, it doesn't drop in. Monton coming down with the ball.
There's that transition game.
Nice dish off to Tully, who misses on that shot. Potter dribbling the ball up the court. Let's see what she does with this. She turns around, in and out, robbed on the play. Oak Park with the ball. Tully takes the outside shot. Doesn't drop in, but McClellan, good heads-up play to tip that ball back to Tully. Monton looking to drive, gets it to McClellan. And she drains it.
Picks up where she left off in the first half. McClellan is a superb player, and right away, Coach Kornberger didn't like that. He needs to have a little sit-down with his players.
So a very quick timeout in this third quarter. Coach Kornberger calls that timeout. Let's see if we can listen in to the Oak Park timeout.
No. So do you want 7? Yeah, okay, yeah, take 7, okay, yeah, so you got 15. All right, so we just know we want to go left. We want to go left with her. Hey, make sure we're on the wall. Make sure we're on the wall all the time, right? If they take the ball to the far side of the court, I don't want you out here defending this side. You be on the wall, give help there. All right, make sure we pick up the ball early, right? Don't let it get it deep. 3, 2, 1.
Right now for Glenlawn. That ball tipped out of bounds by McClellan. Still Glenlawn ball.
She seems to be all over the court for Oak Park, and she's really making a difference right now defensively for the Oak Park Raiders.
Abraham gets it to the other Abraham. It's Pathamabong. Oh, and Potter tries to keep that ball alive, goes out of bounds with it. Oak Park ball. Tully gets the ball inside. Outside shot and drains it. That's Moyer. So Oak Park getting a bit of a commanding lead here.
Yeah.
Very important for Glenlawn just to be patient and start hitting some of these shots. Abraham takes a look. McManus gets it inside to Potter, and she hits it and is fouled on the play. She will go to the line.
To say that was a big possession, Missy, would be an understatement.
Yeah, absolutely.
But really well executed, caught Emily coming down the lane, and very little hesitation for the made basket.
She is good at the line. So 40-29 cuts it back to 11 points. Monton with the ball right now for the Raiders. She looks to drive Moyer.
There was that defensive philosophy at work. Funnel it to the middle and let Emily just clear the shots away, and perfect execution defensively.
Potter with the ball, gets it to Ibrahim. Sarah takes a look very close to that center line. Good pressure being put on by Monton. And Pathamabong takes a look, gets it to McManus, gets it inside to Potter, and she is fouled on the play. And that foul goes against Colleen Moyer.
And that's her third personal, so that could be an impact foul right there.
They get it inside to Potter, who puts it up for 2. Cuts the lead down to 9.
She simply just cleared her own path, got the basketball and scored. Not really complicated.
Monton took an outside shot. Potter comes down with the rebound. Glenlawn with the ball right now. They get it back inside to Potter. She looks to dish it off, but once again, who's there but McClellan?
I think if Emily waits a little bit, she's going to clear a path for herself to do a left-handed layup. She is a left-handed player.
Right.
Oh, good look. Nice rebound.
Oh, and McManus came down with the rebound, misses that one, and then we saw Jasmine Ibrahim go up and got fouled on the play, so she'll go to the line shooting 2. And this is on the first one. She'll get that second opportunity right away. 40-31 is our score. Here we get a look at Jasmine, and she's good on the second, so it's an 8-point difference right now. Monton with the lead pass for Rid. She goes up for an easy 2, and that's what Kornberger had talked about. Coach mentioned you got to be aware of that fast break.
As that ball went over his defenders' heads, you could see Brian just kind of shrug his shoulders and put his head down for a bit. Oh, nice move by Potter.
Great.
Nice.
Baseline move and to the hoop.
That's an unbelievable move for 6'5" female, that's for sure.
Tully gets it out to Rid. Rid with the outside shot, goes off the rim. And Glenlawn comes down with it. Teva. Pethamavong. Abraham. Showing a lot of patience there. Potter dishes it out to Pethamavong, who drains the 3!
You know, I wasn't sure if she was even going to shoot the ball the rest of the game. She had a couple open looks early in the quarter and wouldn't take them, but good for her. Good for her. That's a really good shot.
It is now 42-37. Only a 5-point difference, and we've got a foul being called on the play.
And that's a third foul on McManus, and I'm sure that's not something that Coach Kornberger wants to see.
Tully looks to go baseline, puts it over top. McManus comes down with a big board for Glenlawn. They're pressuring her and double teaming her. Abraham gets the ball, dishes it off to Potter.
Get it to your point guard, 6'5".
Abraham with the outside shot, doesn't drop in, but Glenlawn players and Oak Park players fighting for that ball. Jump ball being called. Alternating possession goes, I believe, to Glenlawn.
I want to know, you spend a little time with a basketball coach. Would he have a 6'5" guy bringing the ball up the floor?
No, that's unlikely. Rid with the ball right now. And she gets fouled on the play. And that foul went against Laura McManus. That puts her on the bench, sitting at 4 fouls, a player that really Glenlawn would be very hard to play without. McClellan with the ball right now. Monton with the outside shot, doesn't drop in, but coming down with it is number 14. That was Pallister. Tully gets it to Monton. Monton takes a look, and the ball is stolen by Pethamavong. She looks to drive, goes up for an easy 2. It is a 3-point game, so Glenlawn doing a good job of coming back. Pallister misses that shot. Almost a fast break again for Oak Park, but Glenlawn recovered enough to throw Pallister off that last shot.
In terms of how you can defend that, at some point in time, you got to turn around and backpedal your way so you can see the basketball coming up the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. McClellan looking to drive, and she does, puts it off too strong off the glass. Abraham looking to cut this lead down or potentially tie it. So it was all Oak Park second quarter. So far it's been all of Glenlawn. This one, Potter with a good outside shot, but it doesn't drop in for her. Monton with the ball. Pallister takes a look. McClellan with the jump shot. A much needed basket for Oak Park. And when you need that basket, who better to turn to than Carrie Lynn McClellan? We've got a timeout being called on the floor. We'll see if we can listen in to the Glenlawn timeout.
Well, she's, McClellan is oozing with confidence right now. She seems to be so much more willing to take that big shot, and she's executing.
Listen up. On offense, we're making a 2-entry. Taylor dribbling it over Kennedy. Relay play to Kennedy, then look for Amber or whatever goes in there, or Jasmine flashing. Now look, on defense, there's a girl here, and a girl there, and a girl there, and a girl there. You got one, Ken.
You got one, Sarah Tava, all right? Sarah Ken. You got one, Kennedy. You got one, Jasmine. Stick with them. Never leave them, even if they don't have the ball, no matter where it is. Emily's got everything locked down in here. And if you guys run in here and think you can help out, we're just going to throw it there and shoot it. I know it's really weird. Just stay with somebody and don't leave them. Emily will take care of everything else. 3, 2, 1.
44-39 is our score. Just under 4 minutes left in this third quarter of the Girls' Championship game, live at the University of Manitoba Investors Group Athletic Center. It is Glenlawn and Oak Park, number 1 and 2 ranked teams. After this basketball final, don't go anywhere. We've got the boys' championship game featuring number 8 ranked Sisler Spartans up against the number 2 ranked Garden City Fighting Gophers. Monton with the ball right now. Gets it inside to Moyer. Moyer goes up. Coming down with it is Ibrahim.
Brian made it very clear there's 4 players on the perimeter that he will guard, even if they don't have the basketball, and then they're relying on Emily to play fly swatter in the middle of the floor.
Speaking of Potter, she looks to drive, gets it out to Ibrahim. Ibrahim doesn't drop in. Monton coming down with the ball for the Raiders.
That was a good look for Glenlawn, though. I think they'll take that shot, but you can't leave Monton open like that. Very fortunate that she missed that shot.
Glenlawn with the ball. They get it inside to Potter, who is fouled on the play. That'll put her to the line for 2.
Who's this foul on, though? Foul on 14, Pallister. Oh, 13.
Yeah, it almost sounded like they said 14, but they put up on the scoreboard 13, and that would be Moyer's 4th foul.
That's a huge foul. A huge foul.
So a couple of players in foul trouble here from each of the teams. And Potter was good on the second one, 44-40. It's a 4-point game. Oak Park to inbound the ball. Rid back into the game. Gets it inside to McClellan. Good defense by Potter, but McClellan makes no mistake there.
She has come to play tonight and has had no problem executing against Emily.
Oh, and the ball stolen by Oak Park, but the ball goes out of bounds. Glenlawn ball. Well, and you know what? Carrie Lynn McClellan was ranked the number 3 player in the province. So Oak Park has the number 2 and 3 ranked. Matter of fact, number 13, Colleen Moyer, is also the number 6 ranked. So 3 top-ranked players on that team. Glenlawn has 2 of them. Sarah Ibrahim is ranked number 9 player in the province. So some top players here. And again, Potter diving for the ball. Oak Park comes down with it. Monton goes up. Doesn't drop in. Potter comes down with a huge board, and she is fouled on the play. And that should put her to the line. Well, and that foul, I guess, is going against Monton. So that's her 3rd foul. So she has actually stayed out of foul trouble there for a while.
She took 2 fouls early in the first quarter.
Right.
And surprising that she's lasted this long. She's doing a great job.
Potter is at the line right now, 46-40, 2 minutes, 10 seconds. She's good on the first, so one thing you always say is you don't want teams to go to the line because they get an opportunity to put points on the board without the time ticking down, and she's good on 2, so we're back to a 4-point game. We talked about this second half being exciting and this one going down to the wire. It evidently is looking just that way. Rib loses the handle because it went off a player's leg. Katamavong going to the hoop, and she drains it. A 2-point game. Monton gets it inside to Pallister. Pallister goes up and it rolls off the rim and out of bounds. And she comes up with it. Good play by Pallister. Outside shot by Rid.
Wow.
And she drains the three.
I'll tell you, that shot came down with snow on it.
And there's a lot of it out there.
Yes, there is.
Nice defense there by Tully, knocking that ball out of bounds.
That was a huge possession. Sorry to interrupt again, but huge possession.
Down to 2 points, and then now it's back up to 5. Oak Park ball goes out of bounds off the Glenlawn player. That was definitely huge.
Good play by Pallister. She stayed with it. You know, give her huge props for staying with the basketball and getting it out to her teammate for a shot.
Nice steal there by number 42, Jessie Harland. Abraham looking to drive. Oh, decides to slow up, set things up for Glenlawn. Double team, pressure being put on. They get it into Potter. Potter takes a look, gets it to Harland. And the ball is turned over. Oak Park ball. Less than a minute. 45 seconds. Monton with the ball. Tully looks to drive. Big block by Potter, but she steps out of bounds.
I'll give Tully a lot of credit. She took the ball right at the teeth of the defense, and they haven't been doing a lot of that tonight. She's been altering a lot of shots. Oh, nice position by Tully.
Tully goes up. Great defense there by Jessie Harland. Pallister goes up. Glenlawn comes down with it. That's Harland. She gets it to Kathamabong. Abraham now with the ball. Oak Park definitely increasing the pressure that they're putting on. They get it inside to Potter, who misses on that one. A lot of pressure again. Glenlawn comes down with that ball after pressuring the Oak Park players, but they miss on that shot. 6 seconds left. Monton with the outside shot, but she stepped out of bounds after just before draining that three. 1 second left.
Don't do anything foolish.
Potter puts it up, but it doesn't go in. Our score at the end of the third quarter is 49-44. So Oak Park had a 10-point lead. It's down to a 5-point lead right now in favor of Oak Park.
And there were some possessions that Glenlawn certainly would like to have back. They were rushed and rushed and rushed, but they're still only down by 5. They have a really good chance to turn this in their favor if they can execute a little better in the front court.
Absolutely. We are going down to the wire in this fourth quarter of the Girls' Championship game. Don't go anywhere. We're just going to take a short break.
Shaw TV is proud to bring you exclusive coverage of the 2013 Milk Provincial 4A High School Basketball Championships. Presented by Subway, the Dairy Farmers of Manitoba, Never Stop, Milk, and the Manitoba High School Athletic Association. High school athletics, the other half of education. Live from the Investors Group Athletic Center at the University of Manitoba. Back at Investors Group Athletic Center here with Manfred Glor, the head coach of Linden Christian's girls basketball team, who just polished off their 3A championship win. I guess talk about that final game and how it went for your team, and is it all still a blur at this point?
Well, it was pretty exciting for our school. Last year we lost in the finals to University of Winnipeg. So girls were ready to come to this year, and we were prepared. Girls were motivated, and as soon as the game started, our girls were ready to play. They came out defensively strong. We got off to a quick start and held it throughout the whole game.
Perfect. Thanks for this, Manfred.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Stay tuned for the fourth quarter. Coming up right after this.
Well, we'd like to welcome everyone back, and congratulations to Linden Christian on their championship
win there. We've had a lot of basketball over the last few weekends. I know the Manitoba High School Athletic Association has spent a lot of time on the road traveling to the various sites and locations of those championship games. So congratulations to all those that have won so far and even advanced to the provincial championship, as that is quite a feat.
And right out of the gate, Pallister scores a very big basket for Oak Park to extend the lead to 7.
So we're down to the wire here in the last quarter. Potter goes up and is fouled on the play. Count the basket. 3-point opportunity here.
I think what's interesting is there's no secret to what Glenlawn wants to do. They want to get the ball in the hands of Emily Potter. And when she's on, she's pretty tough to stop. That's about the 3rd or 4th 3-point attempt or 3-point play off the foul.
51-47, back to a 4-point game. Pallister gets it out to Rid with the outside shot, and she drains the 3. So Emma Rid coming down with some big 3-point baskets for Oak Park.
Yeah, that's a huge basket, and both with assists from Pallister.
And that ball was knocked out of bounds by Monton. So just when it feels like Glenlawn's climbing back into this one and clawing their way back in, we've got Oak Park coming back with a very decisive basket. Potter gets it to Ibrahim. Ibrahim takes a look, gets it into number 5. Chaudhary, it's stolen. Monton to Rid. Rid gets it into McClellan. I'm going to start calling her the Rock because she is solid.
Solid. I don't know if that was a real worthwhile foul for Tully in that situation. Almost 94 feet from the basket. What are you doing? You know, if you want to pressure, but you don't have to go for the flat-out steal. You're up 9.
And that
Play
also
smart.
puts you at her 3rd foul. Glenlawn with the ball right now. Chaudhary gets it to McManus, who's back in, who throws that ball out of bounds. Oak Park ball. So good that McManus is back on the floor for the Lions. McClellan gets it into Pallister, knocked away by Potter. Monton takes a look. McClellan, boy, she was looking to drive, but lost the handle there. Monton takes that shot. Potter coming down with the ball, dishes it ahead to Chaudhary. Chaudhary goes up and is blocked. Big block by Tully. Dishes it ahead. Good hustle by McManus to get back. Emma Rid, oh, and a great defense there by number 5, Chaudhary, to get back. Boy, Glenlawn did a good job to get back there. And Rid steps out of bounds. Let's see if we can see that last play on the screen. We'll get an opportunity to see that fast break and the block by Tully. Nothing but ball. And the lead pass. We've got Oak Park with the ball right now. 56-47 is our score. Monton with the jumper.
Oak Park's been able to execute their transition game. They're attacking, and that's what's giving them their 11-point lead. They were up 5, and suddenly they're up 11, so they've outscored them by 6 this quarter. A good timeout by Coach Kornberger.
That's right. We'll see if we can listen in to the Oak Park timeout.
Pressure on the ball. You know every possession where the ball's going. So don't forget, she's always one pass away from the ball. So you guys got to, if you're not defending the ball, you should be showing into that passing lane, right?
And in transition, when we're putting pressure, the last person back has to be aware that you're the safety, so you can't go running up if you're the last one back.
So hey, right now we put ourselves in a real nice position, but we've got to finish this game. Hey, we got 3 timeouts left, right? So we're gonna get some rest coming down the stretch, right? So don't be afraid of pushing yourself hard, right? Keep contact with her early, okay?
Expect pressure, you guys. Expect pressure. Later.
see a lot of the Raider fans and football players. We also saw with the drum, that's Casey Blanca, one of the top players on the Oak Park varsity boys team. Fantastic player. Our score 58-47, 7.5 minutes left. Glenlawn ball. Abraham takes a look, gets it inside to Potter. Potter looks to drive, and she makes it.
If that wasn't a big basket, I don't know what is.
Rid takes that shot, goes off the glass and out. Abraham with the ball right now, looks to slow things up and set up the offense. Pallister with the outside shot. Potter comes down with the board. Lots of time left on the clock. It's a 9-point lead. Abraham looks to get it into Potter, who dishes it off to McManus, who is left wide open. 58-51 is our score right now. 7-point lead for Oak Park. 6.5 minutes left in this girls' championship game. This one is going down to the wire. Monton with an outside shot, does not drop in, but right there was McClellan. Now she loses balance, dishes it off to Pallister. Great play by Carrie Lynn McClellan. Pallister with the outside shot. Looked like Potter got a piece of that and drops it in.
I think we have an injury in the corner. McClellan, I have no idea how that happened, but
You know what? She was the one that dove for that ball, and now she lost balance. She tipped it away and then fell to the ground. So hopefully it's just a cramp and nothing serious. Well, something's still evidently bugging her. That's a player they definitely, based on her performance not only the other night but tonight, can't afford to lose. You saw her fall to the ground. Maybe we'll get a chance to even see that replay. But when she came down with it, we saw her kind of losing her balance and then tipping the ball away. Here we'll get a chance to see that play. Here, she's going to get the ball. She's going to lose her balance and fall. Doesn't look like anything major at that point. So I don't know if it happened after that, but she's up and walking, so that's a good sign. She could have very well just kind of twisted something or tweaked something. Seems like she's still in some pain here. I don't know what they're checking out here right now. Can't tell from this vantage point if it's her ankle or knee.
She seems to be favoring knees more than ankles right now.
So Rid back into the game, as well as Moyer.
She has played a huge game for Oak Park tonight.
Absolutely. Oh, and almost a steal there by Tully. We've got Potter with the ball. Gets it to McManus. Mannix takes a look. Tries to get the ball to the open shotery, but overthrows it by a long shot.
Every possession is so important at this point in time in the game. Passes like that, it's got to be driving Coach Kornberger crazy. It's driving me crazy, and I'm not even on the bench.
Rid takes a look. Oh, tries getting it into Pallister, but it's stolen by Potter. And, oh, going up with it was Shotery. She misses that one. Abraham tried coming down with it, but the ball is stolen by Tully. 5.5 minutes left in this girls' championship game here at the University of Manitoba. Oak Park in the lead right now by 9. Monton gets it outside to Tully. Tully outside shot. Doesn't go in. McManus, big board for Glenlawn. She gets it to Sarah Abraham, number 9 player in the province. Big board by, that time, Jasmine Abraham, and she goes up for 2. Cuts it down to 7.
That was a big possession. Now they got to get a stop.
Tully looks to drive off the glass, doesn't go in. Coming down with it is McManus. Glenlawn ball. And almost a steal by Monton. Chaudhary with the ball. Looks to get it into Potter. Potter from the top of the key, doesn't drop in. And that is Moyer with the ball. Monton now dribbling the ball up the court for the Raiders. Moyer with the ball and drains the basket. Big basket for Oak Park. Nine-point lead. 4 minutes left in the Girl Championship game. There is still time. Potter with the ball. Looks to drive. In and out, but coming down with it was Abraham. And she puts it in and is fouled on the play.
At this point in time, Missy, it looks like neither team really wants to take this game over. You know, Oak Park goes on a bit of a run. They go to sleep for a bit. Glenlawn's able to chip away. When it looks like Glenlawn's going to take momentum away, they kind of throw it away. But it's, we said it's going to come down to the wire, and it's a 6-point game with 4 minutes to go, so anybody's ball game.
Absolutely. Number 1 and 2 ranked teams in the province, and they're showing why they are. Tully goes up, she's fouled on the play. She'll go to the line for 2. Gives Oak Park an opportunity to put more points on the board without the clock running down. Tully misses on the first one. But makes the second one. 63-56. There you see some of the Fighting Gopher fans in the stands, ready for the boys' championship game to follow this one. Abraham goes up, drains the 2, great basket.
5-point game, 3.5 to go.
Monton loses a handle. We've got players on the floor after it and a jump ball being called. And it looked like Sarah Abraham got caught underneath there. Hopefully she's okay. Here we see Coach Brian Kornberger, been at this game for many, many years, coaching, and has always run an extremely successful program here. In going down right now is Sarah Abraham. You can see in that tie-up that her leg got kind of bent up.
Yeah. It definitely looked like she was at the bottom of the pile, and somebody rolled onto her knee or ankle. She seems to be favoring an ankle at this particular time.
This one a very exciting final, 63-58. This place is getting packed, so despite the weather, we still have a packed house here at the University of Manitoba. I know one of the people that are watching this at home is Dale Bradshaw. We'd like to say hi to him, a longtime basketball coach as well.
The Dean.
The Dean of basketball
coaching.
The legend. Right after this girls' championship game, we've got number 8 ranked Sisler Spartans against number 2 ranked the Garden City Fighting Gophers. So the boys' championship game after the awards presentation will take to court. We've got Glenlawn with the ball right now. Potter gets it ahead to McManus, back to Potter. 3.5 minutes left. Get it back to McManus, dishes it off to Kathamavong, into Potter. She goes up strong and drains it! 63-60 is our score.
They just don't want to go away.
And that ball stolen by the Glenlawn players off Monton. Kathamavong. And we've got still Glenlawn ball. That ball, you can see players fighting for it. But it goes out of bounds off Oak Park. Glenlawn ball. 2:51 left. 3-point game. Oh, and good for Oak Park back into the game is Carrie Lynn McClellan. So good to see that she is doing fine. They get it inside to Potter. Triple team Abraham with the outside shot. And she drains the 3. We are all tied up. And And the ball's thrown away by Glenlawn. That could be a costly mistake.
Success. They just do not want success. That was a tough possession.
Pallister with the ball. This gives Oak Park a chance to build on this 2-point lead. Monton with the outside shot doesn't drop in. Big basket there by Petamabong. 2:22 left. 2-point game. Potter gets the ball, dishes it off to number 5. Chaudhary, and a steal by Tully. She gets it to McClellan, who is fouled on the play by Potter. Good hustle by Potter getting back. This will put the Rock at the line.
She's definitely been the best player for Oak Park tonight. She's
Absolutely.
made big shot after big shot. She's got a chance to extend the lead to 4.
And she misses on that first one. And when I call her the Rock, I'm saying because she has had a solid performance.
Absolutely.
She has been outstanding here tonight. Just over 2 minutes left, and she misses on both.
So if you look
Glenlawn
at
with
it,
the
it was
ball.
a good foul to take by Emily.
Absolutely. They get it into Potter, back to Abraham. Looks to keep it alive, goes up, and we are tied up again. So we have seen Jasmine Abraham get a couple huge baskets for Glenlawn. Monton. Now this is where some pressure might come in. Moyer going up, strong, misses. McManus gets it to Abraham. Gets it to McManus, and it's stolen by Monton, but stolen by Abraham. She goes up for this shot, misses. Monton, a minute and a half. This is pressure when you're undefeated. Monton with the ball. Oh, and going for the steal was Chaudhary, but they've got fouls to give. Oak Park to inbound the ball and get it into Monton. She looks to drive, dishes it off to McClellan. McClellan, she gets pulled on the travel. Good defense there by Glenlawn. Glenlawn ball.
Coach Kornberger's got to get his troops settled down. They've got to relax and execute. That's not how you execute.
And Potter just threw that ball away. That's where they need, as you mentioned, just to relax and make a point of getting that pass. McClellan with the 2-pointer. Glenlawn to inbound the ball, 67-65. We are less than a minute. It's the last minute of this girls' championship game. Glenlawn with the ball. Almost stolen. Outside shot, doesn't go in, but the ball goes out of bounds off Oak Park. Glenlawn ball. They have a chance to tie this up. Oh, we said this was going down to the wire, and it's doing exactly that. Oh, that shot was off there by Chaudhary. I would have been trying to get that into Potter. McClellan takes a look, gets it back to Tully. Good defense by Glenlawn. She looks to drive, goes up, doesn't drop in. Potter come down with a huge board for Glenlawn. And stolen!
Oh, my
That's where they're
goodness.
just not being careful with that pass. 24 seconds left. 19 on the shot clock. That's a 14 foul, so they're still not in the penalty.
This has not been, this has been very, very ragged this last 3 minutes. I don't think either coach can be very happy with the way this last 3 minutes have gone, but both teams still have a chance.
Absolutely. We've got a timeout being called on the floor. 67-65. Let's see if we can listen into the timeout.
Hey, now going side out. Hey, we're going 4, but we're just putting you in the 4 position. So you're gonna inbound the ball. All right. So we got Jordy out here. Now what I want Jenny start here, and I want Colleen here. So we're just running that down screen. Let Jenny come up off the ball, but Colleen, you got to seal and come to the ball. Hey, they're gonna look to foul us quickly, right? Right? We got to go to the line. So you two, make sure you're ready. Carrie, you start out here. Sean out here. We run a screen, and then we come to the ball. We come to the ball. Hey, but we got to secure the ball. We got to secure the ball. If we turn it over, we're not in the game. No problem. We're up to the
the ball right now is Oak Park, 23 seconds. They're looking to foul, and they do. This foul, I believe, will go against number 5, Kennedy Chaudry. That'll put Moyer to the line for Oak Park. 20 seconds left. She could seal this with these shots. You talk about pressure at the line. And she makes the first one. Colleen Moyer, number 6 ranked player in the province, taking her second attempt at the line. 68-65. And she is solid. Talk about some big foul shots at the line for Oak Park. Back into the game is Sarah Abraham. She replaces Teva Tatamabong. 20 seconds left. They get it into Potter, who almost gets fouled on that play. That's something Oak Park doesn't want to do.
Glenlawn
Potter
has to score quickly.
Shot. Almost drains the 3. Monton with the ball. She gets fouled by Abraham. 4 seconds left. 69-65. Jenny Lynn, number 2 player in the province at the line, played on this team since grade 9. Makes the first one. And seals it. Four seconds left. Abraham looking. They get it to McManus. And Oak Park takes this one, 71-65. A very close, hard-fought battle. Oak Park keeps their undefeated season, remains number 1, finishes number 1. Glenlawn has absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. That was a fantastic final.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Kornberger can be too disappointed. Although I do think it was not as well executed as he would have liked to have seen. They had a tremendous opportunity with about a minute to go, and they just didn't seem to take care of the basketball very well.
No, pretty even in that fourth quarter. Oak Park outscoring them by 1 point, 22-21. But I think the difference was when they had their opportunities, they threw the ball away just one too many times, and that was kind of the turning point for them. But again, Glenlawn doing an outstanding job coming back. They were down as many as, I think it was 13 at one point, and came back and made this one go right down to the wire. But congratulations to Oak Park for capturing their provincial championship and kind of taking that revenge from last year's final.
Yeah, and then capping it off with an undefeated season. That's a huge feather in their cap, and congratulations to Coach Brown and his staff, Holly Kitchen, Alyssa Grant, and John Monton. A fitting end to their season.
Absolutely. Well, you don't want to go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, but we're coming back with the presentation of all the hardware.
Shaw TV is proud to bring you exclusive coverage of the 2013 Milk Provincial 4A High School Basketball Championships. Presented by Subway, the Dairy Farmers of Manitoba, Never Stop, Milk, and the Manitoba High School Athletic Association. High school athletics, the other half of education. live from the Investors Group Athletic Center at the University of Manitoba.
Students across Canada are putting their class on the map, and they're doing it with the Shell Classroom Energy Diet Challenge. Watch Shaw TV weekly to see how kids have put their energy-saving ideas into action, where we go behind the scenes to show you how kids are stepping up to the challenge. It's lights, camera, action, courtesy Canadian school-age kids, and the Shell Classroom Energy Diet Challenge, only on Shaw TV.
We'd like to welcome everyone back to the University of Manitoba Investors Group Athletic Center, where we just completed the Girls' Championship game. Number 1, Oak Park defeated number 2, Glenlawn, by a score of 71-65 in what was a very exciting final. We are going to go right now courtside, where Severin Wychek is waiting for the awards presentation.
All right, folks, that's what high school athletics is all about. Let's congratulate both teams on an exciting display of basketball there. Before we start our awards ceremony, I'd like to thank our title sponsor, Dairy Farmers of Manitoba, along with our partners, MTS, Manitoba's credit unions, Wilson, Boston Pizza, Manitoba Hydro, Sport Manitoba, Red River Co-op, and Subway. We would also welcome our awards presenters for this evening. Let's welcome David Weens, Chairman of the Dairy Farmers of Manitoba, and Art Coop, MHS Board of Directors. Before the All-Star selection, we would like to take this opportunity to recognize this year's Dairy Farmers of Manitoba Players' Choice Award, as selected by the athletes participating in this year's Final Four. This year's Players' Choice Award is going to Jenna Lynn Monson of the Oak Park Raiders. The Manitoba High Schools Athletic Association would like to acknowledge this year's Milk Quad A High School Championship All-Star Team. This year's All-Stars are as follows: Susanna Nangun from Miles Mac, Zeralyn Panessa from Sisler, Laura McManus from Glenlawn, Emily Potter from Glenlawn, and Jenny Lynn Monton from Oak Park. The 2013 Milk Quad A High School Basketball Championships Most Valuable Player will be presented with the MVP trophy and will receive an MHSAA certificate, Subway gift card, and hoodie compliments of Manitoba Hydro. In addition, the MHSAA is pleased to announce the Holly Kitchen Award. This award is presented by Holly Kitchen, a former Oak Park student who played in this championship in 2000 award and was named MVP. Holly is now a financial advisor at Investors Group and wishes to give back to her sport by contributing $750 scholarships to the male and female most valuable players. This year's most valuable players comes from the Oak Park Raiders, number 10, Carrie Lynn McLennan. Now could we please ask the captains from the Glenlawn Lions to come up and accept the MHS AA finalist banner. Also, the following athletes from Glenlawn, please come up to accept their finalist medallions. All players and managers and coaches each receive one individually, so please come on up and receive your well-deserved finalist medallion. Yes, I'll do the names. My apologies. Looks like number 7 already went up, Teva Pathamavong. Number 5, Kennedy Chaudhry. Number 6, Miranda Isaacs. Number 8, Presley Cross. Number 40, Emily Potter. Number 12, Laura McManus. Number 14, Miranda Unruh. Number 15, Jasmine Abraham. Number 11, Laura Chan. Number 42, Jesse Harlan. And number 50, Sarah Abraham, as well as head coach Brian Kornberger and his assistant coaches. Congratulations, Glenlawn Lions. Now we would like to ask the captains of the championship team, the Oak Park Raiders, to come up and accept the championship banner and trophy. We would also like to ask that the following players please come up to accept the championship t-shirts courtesy of Dairy Farmers of Manitoba and championship medallions courtesy of Manitoba's credit unions. Let's start with number 1, Kaylee Handubura. Number 2, Serena Bevilacqua. Number 3, Danielle Hanlon. Number 4, Jenny Lynn Monton. Number 5, Emma Chase. Number 6, Emma Ridd. Number 7, Megan Masterton. Number 8, Erica Nixon. Number 9, Jordan Tully. Number 10, Carrie Lynn McLennan. Number 11, Lexi Johansson. Number 12, Peyton Gomes. Number 13, Colleen Moyer. And number 14, Sean Pallister. Head coach Murray Brown. Assistant coaches Holly Kitchen, Alyssa Grant, June Monton, and Sammy Gauthier. Congratulations to all teams, and thank you to all the fans for showing some great school spirit in the gym tonight, folks. Coming up next is the boys' championship final between Garden City Gophers and Sisler Spartans.
There we just finished the presentation of all the hardware to both of the teams, and again, a great final. Now, I have to laugh because they actually gave hats to the champions. I thought it was against the rules at MHSAA Provincials to wear hats.
We're gonna have to talk to Morris about this.
Yeah.
There's a big push these days about no hats in
They don't
event.
want them at the awards presentation, and yet they're handing out hats.
But hey, let's take a moment though. I think I jotted down on a little piece of paper who my MVP was.
Absolutely.
And it was The Rock. You affectionately called her The Rock because of her solid play tonight. And when McLennan was off the floor, things weren't going all that well for Oak Park. She came back on, stabilized everything. The best player on the floor tonight, bar none. And she's rewarded with the MVP of the tournament.
Absolutely, and much deserving, not just based on today. Today she was absolutely solid, there is no question.
Yeah.
But I saw the same shooting from her in the semifinals, so that is definitely a player that really stepped up. And at this particular time, the provincial championship, that's when you want your big players to do exactly that, but step up and play their best basketball.
Huge, it was huge. All the respect in the world to what Coach Murray Brown has done. He's developed a heck of a program over at Oak Park, but I was really impressed with Coach Kornberger, how he walked over before all the ceremony started, and he congratulated the coaches. One of the most humble and genuine men in the game, and kudos to both coaches. They bring their teams to the big dance every year. And it wouldn't surprise me if we were back here next year, Missy, watching Oak Park play Glenlawn.
Absolutely. And you know what? I think a lot of coaches can learn from what Coach Kornberger did.
Yeah.
And I think that is such a classy thing. And that's what he is all about and always has been.
Yeah.
He's a class act and, you know, sportsmanship down to the wire.
Don't get me wrong. He's as competitive
for sure
as anybody.
Yeah.
But he also understands at the end of the game when it's over, I'm going to shake hands, and I'm going to congratulate you whether I've won or lost.
Well, and that's the key: win and lose with class.
Oh, huge!
And he did exactly that.
Yeah.
But congratulations to both teams. Congratulations on a fantastic final that really went down to the wire, and to Oak Park for capping off that undefeated season. Not the easiest thing to do, and might be the first team that has actually ever done that. We are actually going to go courtside where Mitch is waiting with the winning coach.
Thanks, Missy. Yes, here with Murray Brown. And Murray, going into the second half, I mean, you weren't wanting to talk about an undefeated season, but now you can. How does it feel? I mean, and obviously with an undefeated season, there's a provincial championship right at the end of that too.
Well, you know what? It's unbelievable. You can't put it in words. I'm just so happy and pleased for these kids. The grade 12s are a special group. We'll never get another group like that in the school. So for them to go undefeated is unbelievable, and teach our younger kids that what commitment's all about.
And the MVP, Terry Lynn McLennan, I mean, she was over in the corner. She's going to be talking to us in a little bit here. She's laying down, grabbing her knee, and then she comes out and makes that bucket that puts you guys up 67-65, turned out to be the winner.
She's a special player. She's a special kid. I talked to her after the game. She has taken that shot 100,000 times. I don't know how many times, but to prepare for that moment. And when it came, she was ready for it. So it's really very cool. I'm so happy for her.
Thanks, Murray.
Thank you very much.
And just like I promised, Terry Lynn McLennan's going to come into the side of me just like she is right now. And Terry, I mean, first off, congratulations. I'm going to throw a lot of titles at you. Provincial champion, undefeated season, and now an MVP as well. How does it all feel?
It's indescribable right now. Our team has come together from day one in September when we stepped in the gym. We had one goal, and this was to get to the last game of the season. And once we got here, it was butterflies all day long for the week, and I'm lost for words right now. I'm so proud of these girls.
And your coach is very proud of you as well. I mean, late in that fourth quarter, you're over pretty much right beside me, which I'm sure is the last place you wanted to be with time ticking down, grabbing your knee, then you come out and you make that shot to put your team up for good. How did that feel, and how's the knee feeling right now?
I was cramping, and it was hard to watch my team play without me, especially my last game of the season, and my knees feel fine. It was my quads, and that shot, if I would have missed that, I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have went down again in tears rather than in cramp, but I'm so glad we came out on top. That's all I gotta say.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back up to you, Missy.
Thank you very much, Mitch, and congratulations to Carrie Lynn on a fantastic final, and to the Oak Park Raiders. If you missed it, the Oak Park Raiders just captured an undefeated season and the girls' championship game by a score of 71-65. Don't go anywhere, because two teams are taken to the court right after this. That is the boys' championship game, featuring number 8 ranked Sisler Spartans, who have been as hot as any team lately, and they're up against number 2 ranked the Garden City Fighting Gophers. We'll be right back after a short break.
At Shaw TV, we're proud to bring you live events, and we value your comments. Call the Shaw TV viewer response line now at 480-3500 or email us at shawtvwinnipeg@shaw.ca and let us know how we're doing. You can also visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/Shaw TV Winnipeg.
Shaw TV is proud to bring you exclusive coverage of the 2013 Milk Provincial 4A High School Basketball Championships. Presented by Subway, the Dairy Farmers of Manitoba, Never Stop, Milk, and the Manitoba High School Athletic Association. High school athletics, the other half of education. Live from the Investors Group Athletic Center at the University of Manitoba. Welcome back to Investors Group Athletic Center. The Oak Park Raiders are your 4A MHSAA basketball provincial champions, but as you see behind me, the warm-up for the boys game is underway. This crowd is filling up, so you got time to fill up your popcorn bowl before we get underway back here at Investors Group Athletic Center. We'll be back shortly on Shaw TV.